What's up everybody and welcome back to Osu News, your weekly show where we talk about the most important Osu news that happened during the week. We got some really interesting news topics that we're going to talk about in this video, so sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, maybe a drink even, and enjoy the show. So the new PP rework has finally started to get implemented into the game. All of these scores are currently getting recalculated with the new PP rework, and it usually takes at least a week for it to completely be implemented into the game, as you can tell by the screenshot that I'm showing you currently in the background. But what are the new changes that have been implemented into this PP rework? Well, let's go over them. So the first and obvious thing that is happening with this rework is balancing the acute angle bonus that you get from maps. Basically, this is directly addressing the aim slop maps that have been recently getting ranked that have acute angles and BPMs higher than 300 BPM. With the rework, this bonus should now be fair towards difficult patterns, while some overrated patterns such as repeated angles are now awarded less in this bonus. So yeah, basically acute jumps are getting nerfed. However, as a part of this change, the wiggle bonus, which used to be part of the acute angle bonus, is now applied regardless of BPM. Beat maps with difficult wiggle-like patterns below 300 BPM may receive a slight new buff. Examples of maps that are getting buffed because of this wiggle bonus are stuff like Milk Crown on Sonetica, Crystalia, and many more, while maps like Songs That Might Play When You Fight Sands, Are You For Me, and Zetsobo Plantation will be getting nerfed. The next change in this PP rework are slider drop penalty fixes. Aim calculations reward beat maps with difficult slider patterns and penalize missed slider ends to ensure players earn full points only if the sliders are hit correctly. And now a change has been proposed to improve this penalty by using a more accurate estimate of difficult sliders in beat maps. Before this update, the penalty for missed slider ends wasn't strong enough, and it allowed players to gain easy points by missing slider ends on tough beat maps. An example of this is the map by the name of Oshama Scramble that a lot of people have been managing to farm. The final major change is the speed PP punishment for scores with high tapping deviation. This change aims to reduce the speed PP of scores with a high tapping deviation. Tapping deviation, which is similar to unstable rate, measures a score's hit statistic, overall difficulty, or short for OD, and the number of challenging speed nodes in a beat map. This pretty much penalizes speed PP if it's considered too high for the beat map difficulty, indicating improper tapping, particularly targeting scores that use the rake tapping technique. This nerf only applies when two conditions are met. The first one being when the speed PP exceeds a certain threshold influenced by the deviation, and the second one is when the deviation itself is above a specific value, approximately 220 UR. As a result of this change, the previous penalty on speed PP for missed 50s has been removed because this new approach is more effective. Because of this, you may notice increased performance on plays with many 50s if they are deemed properly tapped. There are also some other minor changes that have been added to the PP rework, which you can read for yourself right here. Here's a screenshot. But yeah, what do you personally think about this PP rework? Let me know down in the comment section. It is a bit interesting. But another thing that is actually interesting is the fact that a small percentage of people that actually watch my videos are subscribed. So if you want to stay updated with the latest news that happens in the Osu community, then be sure to hit that sub button. It would really be appreciated. So in my previous video, we talked about how Mrekk pretty much set the new PP record on the map by the name of Title Screen. This was a pretty crazy thing to witness because it was the first ever ranked 2000 PP play choke, and not only that, but with this score Mrekk actually broke the game, like literally, because he managed to exceed the game integer limit, which is exactly 32,767 PP, and because of that, every time he would want to play stable, you could see that the score is only displayed and not the PP, because again he quite literally exceeded the limit. And because Mrekk exceeded the integer limit in the game, Pepe himself had to change the integer limit in the game with the newest stable update, and now allows users to get a total PP value of up to 65,536. When people posted this news on Reddit, they were saying how he deserves a title, a special title on his Osu profile because he broke this limit, and a user by the name of Chibu68 underscore recommended that the title should be called Limit Breaker because he broke the integer limit. And it seems that a lot of Osu developers have seen that post because Mrekk got rewarded with the Osu title by the name of Limit Breaker. He is single-handedly the only Osu player in the game to have this title, and don't be surprised if he stays as the only person to have this title in the game and nobody else. When Mrekk discovered it, he posted a screenshot of his profile and just was insanely surprised that he even got this. And yeah, what are your personal thoughts on the fact that Mrekk got a special title on his profile? Let me know your opinion down in the comment section. Other important news that happened this week week. After multiple failed attempts of trying to get number 1, the blatant cheater by the name of Mrekk Notice Me 20 has finally managed to reach rank 1 before ultimately getting banned. After a really long time, Lifeline has fallen out of the 1-digit range and is now a 2-digit. Cookiezi is now 29 years old, so happy late birthday from me to him. Ivaxa has unfortunately broken his ankle. All of the players in the top 50 now have over 20k PP. A map by the name of Polar 240 is now ranked. This is made by Cypher and multiple other guest difficulties. The difference in PP between rank 1 and rank 2 is now over 5000 PP. Team rankings / leaderboards have officially been added to the game. Also feel free to join mine, I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested. Mrekk is now the person with the highest overall PP out of any game mode by over 6000 PP. Also map IDs have surpassed 5 million total maps. HappyStick has no more number 1 scores on maps. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, I really hope you enjoyed. If you haven't watched my previous news video, then be sure to click the video that is on screen right now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.